All right. Cool. Let's get it started. So it is what, 6:40? Yeah, it's about 6:40 in the morning. And it is, as you can tell by the title of the stream, it is push day. So we're talking delts, we're talking chest, all those fun pressing movements and muscles to make you look jacked. So we will be starting off, I'll move the little command center into frame here, but we'll be starting off with incline bench. We have 3 sets, 8 to 10. And last week, what did we do? So we're doing 150. So not much, but we are overloading progressively. So trying to get stronger week over week. And we will see what kind of gains we start making here. So we'll throw some weight on, start warming up, and we'll take it from there. Oy. So yeah. Folks in chat, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Nothing like watching a dude lift in his garage. But we're trying to, you know, bring some slightly better production quality than we had in the past for y'all. So we're trying to improve things, slow and steady. So yeah. And then let's just check on the height. This is much too vertical, so we will need to adjust this. There we go. And then actually going to move the bench forward just a bit. All right. There we go. Oh. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. That's fun. All right. So are we pretty framed up? Yeah, we're doing all right. Okay. So, like I said, starting off, incline bench, 3 sets, 8 to 10. Just going to start warming up. And then, yeah, we'll get into our working sets here in a few minutes. So, there were some comments on the last stream and the last YouTube video about how my bench is like kind of wonky. And so the goal for today is to be really conscious of how I'm pressing and making sure, especially my left arm, is working basically. Okay. So let's see if that looks any better than how we were looking a little bit ago. I think we should be, but let's just, no, see, the bar is still slanted. We absolutely have some work we got to do there. Okay. It's like my default is like, I gotta watch this one more time. We gotta see. So what is it? It's my right arm. Okay. Okay. That's helpful. So let's, again, continue to diagnose what is going on here. And figure out why we are so slanted. So I'm kind of like this when I want to be, we need to retract. So it's less on my left side and it's actually more on my right side is the issue. So let's try and open this up just a little bit. Ugh. Okay. See if we can get, open up these scaps a little bit. And these shoulder blades. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Oh. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now let's see how this does and how this looks. So we're gonna keep the camera in the same spot for our next warm-up. Again, just to see how our scaps are doing. And we'll warm them up a bit, but it's like my left side is retracted more than my right side, so this side. So kind of like this when we want to retract more. Okay, so let's see. On the fly, we are diagnosing and attempting to fix my slanted bench. So let's see how we do for this one. And actually, I might tilt ye old camera down just a little bit so we can get a slightly different angle. So we'll go a little more like that. I'm gonna lock that in place. All right. Here we go. Oh, do I have my phone flashlight on this whole time? Huh, I did. That's fun. All right. Let's see how this guy goes. Alrighty. So, we're good. We need to retract my right side. Retract and compress. Okay. Whew. Does that look better? Okay, it does look better, which is good. It's not perfect, but it is better. Which, you know, we'll take wins as we can get them. Okay, we really need to get some movement in these scaps and in these shoulder blades. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, right there. Okay. So it seems to be less of a left side issue and maybe more of a right side issue that we are attempting to solve. Live and in the flesh. Oh. Okay. All right. Gotta get this bench squared away so I'm not like from the back. I'm kind of like this, where my left side is retracted and my right side's kind of pushed forward. So we need to get better retraction, I'm thinking. So that way we're not benching and it's like all freaking crooked. So, okay. We're diagnosing and we are solving the curious case of the crooked bench. Live and on stream. I mean, I feel like it's probably exacerbated, you know the words, because the camera is not perfectly level. It's kind of cocked to one side, so it already looks a little slanted. But yeah, okay. So let's adjust now our angle to mix things up just a bit. We can go like right about here, and then we can do kind of like that. Should be good. There we go. Perfect. Conditions are perfect. So that should be good. And then we'll put some wrist wraps on. So this is our working weight, 3 sets, 8 to 10. We're also on the fly diagnosing and attempting to fix a crooked bench that I've got going. So, Hage Higeman, welcome back. There should be no overheating issues for today. Thank you for bearing with me. First there was audio desync and looping. Then there's cameras overheating. My brother, I think we figured it out. So, but appreciate you and Sia and Shapes and some of the other folks giving me on the fly feedback. How much did the new camera cost? Too much. Too much. Oh, okay. Here we go. Dude, that's a great face. The what face? That's a good one. No, it actually wasn't too bad. I had some old camera stuff that I sold. And so And I think it only ended up being like $200. So not too bad, actually. So wasn't terrible. Just repurposing and selling old stuff. Oh yeah, text to speech. I've seen that too. Obviously not, you know, or maybe in lifting streams, you tell me, I don't know. But I've seen other people's where like somebody super chats or does a sub or whatever, and the text to speech kicks in. I had a buddy that was like, dude, on your stream you should do like a radio show and have people call in. But I was like, dude, we would need somebody to like screen people on Discord to make sure nobody says anything like racist, or something like that. But that would be funny too, and would be an interesting addition for sure. Yeah, see, it's when we get going, everything's good, but at the top of the bench, it's all wonky. So we're just gonna be, don't mind me, just hanging out. But, I mean, now that I think we've figured out, let me feel, is the camera just nuclear right now? Oh, it's not hot at all. Okay, so now that we've figured out, I think, audio, kind of, I feel like there's a little more we could do there. Is it the damaged left arm? So in this lift, yeah. So my left arm, I've talked about, was broken when I was much younger. So the bar just feels kind of wonky, and I don't have as much wrist flexion on my left side. But in like watching it back, it seems more that instead of my left side, you know, compressing my scaps, my right side is less mobile and is more tight, like in my lat and everything on this side. So that's kind of why my right arm is pushed further forward than my left side, leading to a slanted ass bench. But we're making some progress. At least this lift, kind of diagnosing and working on the challenge. I mean, what I also could do is what's interesting is it's only slanted at the top, but then as the bar lowers, everything gets better. So that's like a whole other can of worms we're trying to dig into. So we're just being a little more intentional with our reps this time and moving the camera back kind of dead on so we can see, and then I'll look. Get on those Napoleon, yeah, the bow staff, yeah. Okay, let's see. You think I got where I am? Dressing like Peter Pan over here? Okay. I mean, does that look better? I feel like it looks much better. Let's go back and let's watch. Dude, it's still so slanted. The right side just comes up. Okay. Yeah. This isn't one of those things where, like, I want to avoid the problem, you know? Like, I obviously want to address the problem. And left arm doesn't straighten. Yeah. Okay, then maybe for this last set, we're just gonna take basically everything off. And we will just do as slow and controlled as we can. This feels like years of a wonky bench have led to this moment. Anyways, but dude, enough of my ramblings about my uneven bench. How are you? How was your day? Happy Wednesday evening to you. I could probably do this real quick. We got that. Do you have the belt powerlifters use? Do I have the belt powerlifters use for extreme weight in bench lifts? I may need one. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's called a slingshot. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I've trained with one before. I do not have one myself. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I said, I've used them before. Dude, this makes me want to go back and look at like videos I have from 2015 and like 2015 to like 2019 when I was actually powerlifting. Because even then I remember the guy I would train with would say, dude, your bench is crooked. And so I really want to go back and, like, is it tight chest that's the problem? I mean, doing this. Yeah, it's got to be like a mobility thing. I don't know. Let's just try this super slow and controlled. Okay. Arms. Let's see. I'm sorry which one to have muscular imbalances because this will definitely lead to one. Dude, I know. I'm trying, and it still feels super crooked. Yeah, dude, it's still all slanted. Man, okay. Maybe we do a slight pause. Hold up, pause on this. And we make a conscious effort to adjust our slanted ass bench. Okay. We have a new I wonder if this is like only an incline thing. But we have a separate goal in addition to our strength goal. Okay, machine shoulder press, or not machine shoulder press, just, what do we have? 45, 30, 25, okay. 45, 30, 25, okay. Okay. You have the cyborg neck, and my entire right side is metal plates, rods, and pins. Be really mindful. Yeah, dude, again, I'm really sorry about your current situation. But I do appreciate the sage words of wisdom from experience to make sure, help your guy out a little bit. I'm just adjusting the feet on the tripod. That's why you're just seeing the floor. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the floor stream. Okay. That should be better. And we've got our straw hat flag. Wow. We'll be kind of like that, I think. All right, let's get this bench wheeled over. Ugh. My right ankle and my left knee has taken so much wear because I had to take most of the weight. Yeah, get the slingshot even if you don't push ridiculous weight. You need those arms to synchronize. Yeah, dude, not a bad idea. I may consider scooping it up here shortly. Okay. Let's get this guy wheeled over so we can get our little shoulder press action going. And so perfectly vertical, one stop down, two stops. There we go. Okay. Cool. And then we need to get our dumbbell set up. So I know I'm slightly off screen here. 20, 30, 40, 45. Oh. There we go. And then 20, 30, 40. 45. It's like I almost wish I had like a, this isn't going to solve the problem by any means, but I almost wish I had like a, like a machine shoulder press, like a machine chest press to have like a fixed range of motion. 20, 30, 40, 45. So that way it would take all the kind of guessworking stuff out of it. But also, I don't think sitting at a computer all day long for me is really helping with like upper back mobility and flexibility. So I'm sure I have some, well, I for sure have like some tightness up in my upper back and shoulders and stuff that has to be limiting my weight and the things that I can do. But we shall see. I don't know. Ridiculous headache and ringing in my ears that would not go away. Oh, dude, sorry to hear that, man. That does not sound fun at all. Machines are for the broken. I mean, you're not wrong, but there's still a fair amount of value, I think, in machines. And I know there's kind of a, oh, bro, you got to do, free weights for everything. And I don't really subscribe to that notion. I'll just square this up a bit. I do think the camera might be a smidge dark, but that's okay. That can be adjusted. That can be easily figured out. When you did your rehab, it was all machines. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But we're going to do just a little bit of shoulder press here. A couple sets of 10 with 45s. So. Okay. Yeah, it might be. Oh, this is kind of giving you guys crotch cam. Sorry about that. Not my intention for it to just be my crotch in the foreground. So we'll go, slightly off kilter here. Increase the brightness just a smidge. It does look a little dark. Had to realize you're not the same person anymore. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Can't imagine how difficult all of that was. We'll go like that. There we go. And then adjusting to new routines and all those things. You think I need surgery to lengthen the left forearm? Well, let's find out. This is a question we can answer. Okay. We'll use I think my tape measure's inside, but we can use this. So, okay, so if I bend my arm, right, and we're in my little elbow joint, okay, right here, and we're not going to change it. What do we get down to? What are we at? Like 17.5 inches, we'll say, from my little elbow bit. 17.5. Here, if I back up a little, is this going to show? We'll say 17.5. Okay, for right there on the left. And on the right, if we do the same thing, bend my arm in my little elbow bit. Dude, 17 and a half. Again, to the tip of my finger. Now, plus or minus a few millimeters or whatever, or centimeters, but I'm thinking, dude, we're 17 and a half. I'm thinking it's gotta be my, it's gotta be like upper back tightness and just favoring my right side and like rounding at a computer. I need to do more like upper back stretching and stuff like that. I think would help. Whew. Okay. There's that. Okay. Oh, we need, what did we do? We had 45, 2 sets of 10, 45 for 10, and yes, some dumbbell flies. Okay, so we can keep the camera about where it's at, but we'll go about there. And get this guy all situated. We'll say right about there. That should be good. And then we'll set up again with our adjustable dumbbells and get this going. Here we go. There's one. What is that? Oh, Nightbot. Hey, thanks, Nightbot. You're not so bad. And there's that guy. And whoops. Alrighty, so we have our good old dumbbells, and yeah, we're gonna do 2 sets of about 12, more so in kind of the bottom half, bottom 2/3 of the movement to keep most of the tension in my pecs for these. That's the goal anyway. I do wish we had some sort of cable system. Maybe in the future. That'll be a consideration while we figure out this bench situation. But for now, this is what we got. So we'll make the best of what we can, and yeah. Oh. Whew. Okay. There's one set. Sheesh. And then for this one, we will move our camera. We'll go over here. Dude, I love that just about any shot I set up going this way, we always get the straw hats. Always making an appearance. Because they're the best. Oh, dude, I have it set up so you can't put so people can't put links in chat. Send it to me as a whisper, please. Or you could, like Discord, you can put it there. Sensei YouTube. I'll have to check him out. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud. All right, here we go. Thank you, I saw your whisper. All right, let's see what this guy's got. Dude, what if it was like a Rickroll? That would've been so funny. Oh, Squat University. I know this guy. Energy leak. Okay. Mm. Oh, interesting. Oh, you call YouTube Sensei. Got it, okay. That's more helpful. Dude, thank you for sending me that, though. I'm gonna do that kettlebell drill. That looks like a good one. Sia, what's up, dude? How was the, you had a day shift, right? How's your shift? All right, let's get this next set going. Ugh. Here we go. Ugh. An energy leak is what he called it. Ugh. Ugh. Shit. Okay. There's 12. Man. We are feeling it. I was grounded for training, so I don't have to attend too much live calls. Grounded? Well, your parents get mad at you? That's fun. We like to joke here. You know, his arrows were pointing to core instability. And dude, when I was setting up a dresser for our son, like right after he was born, and it came like fully assembled, and I thought it was gonna be in pieces. So like I went to move the box, not realizing how heavy it was, and I full on like jacked up my oblique. So my left side oblique has been bugging me for quite a while, actually. So there could be something to Sensei talking about a energy leak. I mean, there could be some truth to that. Is it sore? I mean, it feels, it's like a little bit wonky. Oh, look who decided to show up. Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. Well, well, well. How are you, Bowser? Dude, check out this like chat inception. So I've got you guys on the thing over there, and then you are right there. So what's up with that? Isn't that cool? You let me know. But, I mean, with that guy talking about an energy leak on my left side, I may need to, YouTube has so many shorts on it. Oh, a couple said, pointed out sides. Yeah, check the gamut when you have time. Yeah, dude, thanks. I appreciate you sending me that. I follow that guy, Squat University, on Instagram, and I've been following him for a while. And he puts out good info, but then he also kind of gets memed on a lot, just because of like some people like take his advice as like, oh, if you don't have absolutely perfect mobility and perfect technique by like, you know, the anatomy book standards, you know, you shouldn't be lifting heavy or like working hard, which, I mean, I kind of get where he's coming from, but I also see like other people's points too, where like, dude, sometimes you just got to throw some shit around safely, right? Obviously nobody's trying to like actually get injured, but yeah, that was super helpful. So we'll see if we can get this oblique thing figured out. But until then, we're doing some lateral raises, hanging off the rack, trying to build these delts. Oy. But dude, when I was moving the dresser, like I thought I had a hernia for a bit. And this is actually when I was dealing with the, I might have talked about this. I got what did I get? Not an MRI. Was it an MRI? I got an MRI on my stomach because they thought I had kidney stones. And the MRI didn't show up any hernia. So it's not a hernia. It's definitely some sort of like ab strain. Ugh. Shit. Ugh. I'm tired. But that's okay. Fitness is filled with it. Know-it-alls, yeah. Other filled is gun nuts. Just filled with big brains, do's and don'ts that contradict each other. Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed, you know, I am by no means an expert in this stuff. We're here to have a good time. you know, obviously like documenting the journey and talking about what works for me, and I put these vlogs up on YouTube and stuff like that, but dude, by no means am I the person to call other people out or say this guy doesn't know what they're talking about, or, oh, look at why would you do that when you could do this? Like, we're very fortunate to have a home gym. I'm self-aware about that. And we have a pretty nice home gym, I would say. But we're just making do with what we got, you know? So, I look like a pro? Ah, see ya, ah. Dude, you know how to make a guy smile first thing in the morning. Appreciate that. Starting my day off with a huge smile. So, thanks, my brother. Yeah, and fixing the crooked bench will be good content. Yeah, I think so too. That's a good idea. Well, that could be a good one, I think. We'll just kind of document the journey over like a month or something to fix this and see how things progress and how things go and what the end result is. That'll be a good one, I think. Cool. What's up, YouTube? It's the MeatHaus, back in the MeatHaus. Jokes, all jokes, by the way. We are not a 2015 Casey Neistat. Oh, also, we can check this out. MeatHaus 2.1. I mean, kind of, dude. I mean, the camera didn't overheat this time, so. I mean, I think we, like, is it a little toasty? Yeah, but is it like scalding hot like it was yesterday? No. So I think we're better today. But this basically is like MeatHaus 2.1. We've got the MeatHaus 2.0 was getting everything painted, installing the lights, all that stuff. MeatHaus 2.1 is graduating from my little iPhone to like an actual camera. And then, I mean, MeatHaus 3.0, I mean, I don't even know what that's gonna be, but like that's, like that product update and that those patch notes are so far in the future, I don't even know what that's gonna look like. Little toasty is good toasty. Yeah, I agree. But all right, let's get our lateral raise going. We just mixed up the angle a bit. Let's jump this back over here. Okay. Oh, this is like lagging way behind. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then we got this side. Here we go. Oy, okay. Oh, okay. 2 sets of 12, hanging off the rack. A little bit of body English. That's okay. 25-pound dumbbell. Ugh. Trying to make progress, you know, build those coconut shoulders that people talk about. I don't know, some people talk about it. So, see, what emote is that? Oh, is that an uncut shapes? Ooh, that's a cool one. Is that the Cookie Monster? That's a cool emote. We'll close that. Okay. What do we have next? So we did 25, 12, 25, 12. Okay, triceps. That's right. So I think for these, we're gonna do 30, 50, we're gonna do 60 pounds. Okay. All right, so we now have to set up for our tricep movements for our pressing day. I was doing skull crushers. I was doing like overhead stuff on the lat tower. I can show you that, where I would like stand on the foot plate and do push downs using the handle. And that didn't really work all too great. So I think we're gonna go back to maybe a crowd favorite. I don't know. I seem to enjoy it, but we'll go back to JM presses. They feel pretty good on my shoulders. And I kind of do like it's kind of like a skull crusher slash JM press hybrid, but we'll set the bench up and then we'll get to doing this and we'll see how this goes. Move this guy kind of like that. That should be good. We'll go right there. Cool. And then what do we want to do? 60 pounds? 60 pounds. Okay. And here we go. All right. So we have our, oh, that's actually not going to work where we set it up. So we got to move it. We'll go more like this because we have the longest curl bar in existence. But it is rackable, so that is not a bad thing. But for these, we don't need the rack. Okay. Oy. Oy. And there we go. We need, what was that, 50? And then we need 5s. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you for bearing with me while we get this all set up. So, like I said, we got 60 pounds on the bar. Oy. Oh. To get these bad boys knocked out. And then we had what? 10 to 12. Okay. All right. One thing about the home gym, obviously the convenience of having kind of whatever equipment you like, but the inconvenience of having to constantly like pick stuff up and set everything up and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm actually going to move our camera down just a little bit. Okay. It will actually. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Let's get these going. And that humming you probably hear is our water heater. Oh, okay. There we go. Whew. Okay. Don't look too bad. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Stream is healthy, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. All right, so there we go. One set down, and then we will just mix up the angle a wee bit for the next one. So, ooh, pretty solid training session. What time we got? 7:44. So, do need to get out of here somewhat soon. Not super soon, but relatively soon. Go get ready for work, all that fun stuff. Oh. But I'm glad we figured out the camera stuff. Dude, it probably looks so greasy, but that's okay. Glad we figured out the camera stuff. I think the audio should be sounding okay. If it's not, let me know. But I think we're through most of the technical hiccups to get this working, which is sweet. Oh, man. All right, let's get this next set in. And build some meat on these triceps. Okay. Okay. Oh. Goodbye, hat. Sheesh. Oh, man. Goodbye, hat. Thanks, you. Dude, that happens every once in a while. The hat gets flying. I mean, especially as my hair keeps getting longer and longer and longer. It gets harder and harder to maintain. So. That's okay. Goodbye, hat. All right. And then for our last exercise, we will head on over to the lat tower. We'll do some push downs. Go for it, Sia. What do you got? $60, 12. Why am I growing out my hair? I mean, do you not like it? Do you think it looks bad? Just kidding. I mean, or if you think it looks like shit, tell me. But my hair in COVID, right? So what, everything locked down in March 2020 or whatever. And that's when I went like full remote. And I didn't cut my hair pretty much the whole rest of the year. So from yeah, like 9 months of just like growing my hair out, and it was cool, right? I didn't have to go into an office, could kind of do whatever I wanted, and yeah, so I was like, all right, fuck it, let's grow it out. My wife was on board. She was like, oh, you're so handsome. And so, yeah, grew my hair out then. And when I was younger, I had long hair, actually. Like on maybe if we hit a, like a sub goal or something, I don't know. I can show my old middle school yearbook pictures, because I was actually going through my, my parents set aside, this is like such a long-winded way of responding to your question, but my parents set aside a box that had all my like old report cards from school and all my old yearbooks and stuff from middle school. So like I have them. And in middle school, I had long hair. And then when my son was born in April, you know, I was off work for a long time. And I just said, you know, kind of said, fuck it. Let's just grow our hair out again. And that's why. Like I do style it and stuff, and I shower every day, and I always wear a button-down shirt and stuff on company calls and all that. But yeah, I mean, I can, and I don't think it's looking too bad. Got to clean up my neck and stuff a little bit, but oh, okay. Someone yelling at me? No, they're outside. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'll try and grow it out for the rest of the year and just see how long it gets. My dad used to have long hair too, back in the day. So kind of runs in the family, and he still has tons of hair. So hopefully I get his hair genetics. Come on. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. And there's our one set of tricep pushdowns on the rack, or on the lat tower, which is about as good as we're gonna get. So, oh, you think I look good? Thank you, Sia. You're so kind. I appreciate it. Whew. Okay. But with that, I mean, I think we're done. MeatHaus in the house, and we're done. Hoi. But also, I mean, my wife likes it, so if she's saying, oh, don't cut your hair, grow it out, you look so handsome. If that's what she wants, that's what we will do. Also, there's the little behind the scenes in the production. There is the old tripod that I put my phone on. So there you go. Oy. But we are, what? I think we're all done for the day. Oh, I should probably come back in frame so you're not just looking at a wall. Turn that. There you go. Whoa. Tricep kick, what do we do? 20 pounds? For 15. Okay. I mean, overall, very solid training session for today. We need to fix the Narnia reference. Oh, I didn't even see that. Grow that mane. Oh, Aslan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I totally missed that. Yeah. Chronicles of Narnia. It's the chronic. What calls a Narnia? We want that chronic. What calls a Narnia? Yeah, so, I mean, that brings us to the end of today's training session. So we hit incline bench. We got a lot of work to do on our crooked, wonky bench that, shout out to Hage Higeman over on Twitch for giving us some cool YouTube shorts on how to hopefully get that shit fixed up. So incline bench, dumbbell shoulder press, incline dumbbell flies, lateral raises, JM press, and tricep push downs. So very successful push day, chest, delts, triceps, you know, all those beefy muscles. So you walk around, you know, kind of looking a little bit like this, but not really, because we also do a lot of back motions. So we're not like this, and we're opened up, and we have hopefully good posture and all that shit. So yeah, but pretty solid. It's about, what do we got? It's about 8 a.m. here, Central Time. So I got to go shower, get ready for work, help out with the kids, start our day. Thank you guys for being here. If you're watching on Twitch, please follow the stream. We're live almost every day at about 6:30 a.m. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Would be really cool. We post edited training vlogs. We're now streaming over on YouTube as well. So trying to kind of grow both audiences. We're at the MeatHaus on YouTube, obviously, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all those places. Dude, see ya. Thank you so much. I appreciate you putting that on in the chat. I need to get Nightbot connected to YouTube. That's like a future thing. We're just figuring out this whole streaming on YouTube stuff. So I got some shit I got to do. But with that said, thank you guys for being here. You guys have been great. We've been the MeatHaus. I'll see you tomorrow for leg day. Have good days. Oh, you guys get to watch me end the stream. How cool is this?